Good morning, friends. I'm Stacy and this is Skin Chat Live, and today we're going to talk about the absolute best drugstore skincare for anti-aging. Now, all the products I'm going to talk about today are products that I have tried, tested, purchased myself, and would buy again. So we're going to go through the 4 crucial steps in a skincare routine, and I'm going to show you some incredible products that perform just as well as medical grade. In fact, let me just tell you, medical grade products are primarily the same as over-the-counter products. There's just a lot of other expenses that go along in it with marketing and development. You're paying for the name, the packaging, and also just some testing that they do to say 90% saw results. So most of the time, high-end skincare, medical grade skincare, and drugstore skincare, you can find some very comparable products and not spend a fortune. If you're here with me in the comments, feel free to participate. I'd love to hear from you. I will pop over there shortly. For those of you who are brand new, a special welcome. I'm Stacy, a master medical esthetician with over 30 years in the aesthetics industry. Most of those years, I owned salons and spas. So over the years, I've had a special passion in skincare and facial rejuvenation, and I really want to share that passion with you. I believe everybody, no matter the income, should have access to incredible skincare ingredients and treatments. So if you want to learn more about DIY facial rejuvenation, you can find that information on my website, gorgeouslyaging.com. So if you're here, please take a minute to like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of future chat topics. And if you missed the live, you can always watch it later. All the products that I mentioned in today's video are in the video description. You can also find them at gorgeouslyaging.com/live. You just click on the thumbnail of today's video and you'll get the whole product list. So there are 4 key components to a really good skincare routine. And that just makes it really basic and easy to kind of navigate what you need. So you need to cleanse, you need to treat, you need to moisturize, and you need to protect. So there are a lot of products that fall under that treat. What do you need to treat? And for everybody, that's a little different. If your primary goal is hyperpigmentation, then you may need something for skin lightening. If your primary goal is wrinkles, definitely want to consider a retinol, which I think everybody should be using. And then if your primary goal is texture, we want to look at some acids and exfoliants. So there are places for those things in nearly everybody's skincare routine, and everybody has different needs. So I'm going to go over some really great drugstore products and let me know if you've used any of these and how they have worked for you. So I'm going to start with cleansers. And one of my all-time favorites, this is a gentle cleanser, and this is great for all skin types, but particularly for normal to dry. It doesn't have a lot of heavy cleansing agents in it. It's a hyaluronic foaming cleanser, and this is very affordable. This one's available on Amazon. It's around $8 or $9. It's called Hada Labo Foaming and Cleanser. It does have hyaluronic acid, so it doesn't strip the skin. The skin feels very soft and nice when you're done using it, and it's wonderful if you don't have oily skin. If you do have oily skin, a great product to use from the drugstore is CeraVe Renewing SA Cleanser. Contains salicylic acid, which gets deep into the pores, gives you a really good pore cleanse. Now, even though I have dry skin, I do use this once or twice a week just to give my pores a deep clean, because stretched out pores become enlarged looking. So even on drier skin types, there is a place for salicylic acid cleanser. This is really great for oily skin or acne prone skin. But if the skin gets dried out, back off and use something more gentle. Listen to your skin. It will tell you what it needs. I also use the SA cleanser before I do microneedling or a treatment, just to make sure my skin is really clean before I do any kind of facial rejuvenation treatment like mesotherapy or microneedling or even a chemical peel. It's a great pre-treatment cleanser. I skipped over the balms, you guys. If you wear makeup or if you wear sunscreen, which you should be doing every day, a good balm cleanser, a pre-treatment before washing your face is great. The CeraVe is a really good one from the drugstore. I really like the e.l.f. This is the Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Balm. This is a great product. I think I like the texture of the e.l.f. a little bit better. And one that I don't have on hand that I repurchase a lot, I actually sent it to college with my daughter Bella, is the Versed Cleansing Balm. That's probably my favorite drugstore cleansing balm. I did list that in the description. All right, so cleansing balms are great for removing the makeup. removing the sunscreen and oils from the day, and then move on to actually cleaning. This way, when you do use a cleanser, you're really getting the skin clean. You're not just removing the makeup layer. Now, if you have really sensitive skin and you need something very gentle, or if you have eczema, or have gone through some facial treatments like chemical peels, microneedling, mesotherapy, this is a great one to have on hand. This is the Avene Tolerance. It says lotion, but this is a lotiony cleanser. Now, this doesn't foam up, but it produces absolutely beautiful skin. It doesn't feel dry, it doesn't strip the moisture barrier, and really good if you're sensitive. So consider this one. Now, the Avene is a little more expensive in terms of drugstore pricing. So that's something to note, but everything I've used by Avene, most of what I've used has been super, super good. So this one is no exception. And I use this a lot after I do treatments on my skin. And if I have eczema flare-ups, which happen, pretty regularly, I get eczema on my arms and sometimes like behind my jawline. So it's nice to have on hand for that reason. All right, Vana cream, super affordable, dermatologist recommended. In fact, a lot of dermatologists use Vana cream, recommend Vana cream, and it's just gentle. It does foam, so that's nice. It's not a milky cleanser. I know some people like a cleanser that actually foams on the skin. This is one I keep in my shower. I have other cleansers next to my sink and on my shelf in my bathroom, and this one I keep in the shower so I can use this as my shower cleanser on my face. So that one's pretty much good for everybody, any skin type. Because it's gentle, it doesn't have any strong acids, it won't leave the skin feeling dry, and it doesn't strip your moisture barrier. So that's excellent. This one, the CeraVe, this is one of my first loves for a non-foaming cleanser. This is the Hydrating Facial Cleanser. It's milky, creamy. You put it on the face, it feels like you're putting lotion on your face, rinse it off. Great cleanser if you have normal to dry skin. And again, doesn't strip the moisture barrier. It's not a deep cleanse, doesn't have acids, but it gives the skin a really nice cleanse. So something I wanted to share with you guys is a product line that is relatively new to me within the last three months, but Bioma. So affordable. I got this at Target. You can also buy it online. And this is the Milky Oil Cleanser. It's got barrier lipids. It's got squalene oil, moringa seed oil. This is a beautiful cleanser. So if you're interested in trying something that's affordable, that has some probiotics and just really nice on the skin, the Bioma is one that has impressed me for the price point. And I think the packaging is super cute on this one too. Okay, so moving on to treatment. So treatment is probably, all the steps in a skincare routine are so important. If you don't cleanse properly, then the treatment products aren't going to absorb and do what they need to do. So not trying to minimize any of the steps in a skincare routine, but treatment is so important. So we're going to talk about some treatment products. And before I jump into that, another Bioma product I love is a spray. After I do my cleansing, I do my cleansing balm, I wash my face, I spritz it with this mist. And this is a triple ceramide complex and it has probiotics. I've used several different mists. I like this one. And then there's a K-Beauty one that I'll share with you in another video on K-Beauty products that are incredible. But this one I use just to spritz my face and kind of balance the hydration of my face before I go in with my treatments. It's an optional step, but I do think probiotics in a facial mist that has some good ingredients and ceramides is really a nice extra step. Okay, so going on to treatment. This is probably my favorite part of the skincare routine because it is so important. So in the morning, always use a vitamin C. The Timeless is so affordable. You can't find it at the drugstore, but you can buy it online. After I stopped using medical grade skin products, for many years I used Zio Medical and Obagi C, and I spent a fortune. Some of those products were over $100 per product. The Timeless is just as good. This is the Timeless CE and ferulic acid. There's a SkinCeuticals product just like this. It's pretty much the same product and it's like a couple $100. I don't know exactly, but it's ridiculously expensive. This is incredible. I've been using this one for years. It's now in a glass container. One of the things you want to look for in a vitamin C is that it's in an airtight pump because vitamin C isn't the most stable. And if it's in dropper form, it's going to go rancid pretty quickly. So I would suggest no matter what vitamin C you use, get it in an airtight package not the dropper type package. All right, Neutrogena Retinol Cream. This is the Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream, fragrance free. And this is a great product because you're getting your retinol and you're getting a hydrating cream all in one. So I love this. I've repurchased this many times. It's great. You can do it morning and night. I tend to use this in the morning because I have a tretinoin prescription that I use at night. Now, as far as exfoliants, now if I'm going to do a nighttime exfoliant, I will typically skip my tretinoin depending on the intensity of the exfoliant. This is the Versed, Doctor's Visit Instant Resurfacing Mask. So this one you could put on at night. I think you leave it on for 2 or 3 minutes and rinse off. There are some that you leave on and I always get confused. This one says 2 or 3 minutes and then rinse off and then apply your moisturizer after that. But this is a really good option for cream-based exfoliant. And then the CeraVe Skin Renewing Nightly Exfoliant Treatment. This is like a holy grail for me. I always have this on hand and my girls use it too. Of course, sometimes I can use an exfoliant and my tretinoin, but typically I recommend skipping the tretinoin or the retinol the nights that you do exfoliating. So maybe alternate. Really listen to your skin, and if you get to a point where you can use them together, you can certainly try it, but it is a lot to do it all in one night. All right, this kind of surprised me. This is the Pro Bliss. This is the 11.8% AHA BHA liquid exfoliant. So this one is really nice because you're getting both the alpha hydroxy acids like your glycolic and lactic, and you're getting your BHA, which is salicylic. So this will give you the benefits of both of those types of acids. Salicylic acid can be a little strong for people with sensitive or dry skin, so keep that in mind. All right, moving on to other retinols. Naturium retinaldehyde 0.05%. This is incredible. This is an incredible option for over-the-counter. This is one step below prescription grade retinoic acid. So the conversion of retinol in the skin starts with your retinol esters. It goes to retinol, then retinaldehyde, and then your retinoic acid. So this is one step below what prescription grade is. Only one conversion from retinaldehyde to retinoic acid, which is what our skin needs for all those great benefits. So if you can use a retinaldehyde instead of a retinol, that is a little better for your skin. However, if you use a retinol, it's a little gentler for your skin. So like if you use that a retinol that isn't yet a retinaldehyde, that's a little bit gentler on your skin. So you kind of have to know your skin, and if you're ready for a retinaldehyde, and if you do use retinaldehyde, you may want to sandwich that between some moisturizer. Put some moisturizer on, let it absorb, add your retinaldehyde, let that absorb, and then another layer of moisturizer. All right. Another option is the Avene Physiolift. So this Avene Physiolift is retinaldehyde. The Avene, again, is a little higher on the price point for drugstore products, but I do love the Avene line and everything they offer. I've been really happy with. This is one you can use during the day. So I do like to use retinaldehyde or retinol during the day, and then my prescription strength Curology tretinoin in the evening. So this is one you can put it on by itself. You could put a little pump with your moisturizer and apply it that way. And that is a really nice option. This is where this Neutrogena retinol cream comes in, is that you kind of get 2 in 1. You're getting your moisturizer and your treatment retinol in one product. All right, you guys, I brought so many things down, but I wanted you to have options, and I wanted you to see kind of what I've liked, what I would repurchase. Like everything that I have here is stuff that I have used in the past. Stuff that I bought myself and stuff that I will buy again. My daughters also use many of these products, so it's stuff that I know really works. We have this CeraVe. This is the Skin Renewing Retinol Serum. It does have ceramides. This is another great option for over-the-counter retinol treatment. So that one, because it's a retinol, it's going to have to go through 2 conversions. It's going to have to go from retinol to retinoic acid, or to retinaldehyde, and then to retinoic acid. The skin does those conversions when you apply retinol. So this one is less irritating than, say, a retinaldehyde, but it does take that extra conversion to get into that usable form of retinoic acid. Okay, we've got the Alpha. This is the 12% glycolic cream. This would be an exfoliant. I like this in the morning. So I actually, a lot of the times will use a glycolic serum or a glycolic lotion in the morning so that I don't have to skip my tretinoin in the evening. For everybody, this is different. In a skincare routine, there are no firm rules like you have to do this a certain way. You know, some people will alternate their exfoliation in the evening. They'll do tretinoin one night and exfoliation the next. And some people always do it in the morning, and some people do a combination of both. So it's really finding what works for you and what your skin likes. Just keep in mind, if you do any kind of retinol or exfoliation in the morning, to really give a thorough layer or two of sunscreen, and don't be out in direct sun, because your skin is going to be a little sun sensitive with morning retinol and with morning exfoliation. But there's no reason you can't do it. You just have to be diligent about taking care of your skin and protecting it from the sun. So these are great products. They're from Amazon, really cheap, really affordable, but work great. I have the cream version and I have the serum version. Both are wonderful. The cream version kind of gives you that luxury of both the glycolic in a cream base, so maybe you need less moisturizer. I like them both. I alternate between them depending on how my skin feels, but they are both wonderful. I wanted to show you guys the Naturium Vitamin C Complex Serums because some people are confused about these. This one is the Vitamin C Complex Serum, and it has hyaluronic acid. So you get the benefit of a vitamin C and hyaluronic acid in one. And this one is a Vitamin C Super Serum Plus. And the difference is this one has niacinamide and salicylic acid. This would be better for normal to oily skin, in my opinion, because the salicylic acid is a stronger beta hydroxy acid. And I think anybody with normal to dry skin using this at least regularly it would become irritating. This may be good once in a while, but this would be more your normal to dry. This one would be more your normal to oily. All right, what else do I have in here? I brought all this stuff down. It's like digging out of this basket. It's kind of exciting. Now another one from Bioma. This is the D-Puff Brighten Eye Gel. It has vitamin C and triple hyaluronic acid. You know, it's nothing spectacular for an eye cream. It doesn't have retinol, but it is really nice for depuffing, and the vitamin C is a good antioxidant. So for the price point, this is just kind of an average daily eye cream. Doesn't have retinol, but I don't regret buying it, and I would buy it again. And sometimes that depuffing action, there's caffeine in there, I believe too, is really nice if you tend to have puffy under eyes. Now, an eye cream that I do think is great from the drugstore, it does have retinol, is the Neutrogena Retinol Pro. And this one does have retinol. So you may want to just do it once every third day until your under eyes get acclimated to that if you're not used to using retinol under your eyes, because that skin is delicate, but it is in a beautiful cream base. It's not necessarily harsh, but anybody who's new to active ingredients or retinols may want to ease into something like this. But this is probably one of the best eye creams you can get over the counter at the drugstore, and I highly recommend that one. The CeraVe Eye Treatment Eye Repair. This one is nice. It's kind of basic. It gives your eyes some nice hydration, but it doesn't have any fancy ingredients to really treat the under eyes. But it's a great, I've bought a number of these for daytime use. This one with the retinol, you could use it morning or night. You could use something like this that's more moisturizing. It doesn't have any real active ingredients, and something like this with retinol as a nighttime eye cream. They're definitely both good options, but the CeraVe doesn't have any special treatment ingredients. It's just your basic good hydrating eye cream. All right, where are we, you guys? We're on to moisturizers. So Versed, you guys, I talked about this. My daughters have turned me on to the Versed product line available at Target. This Skin Soak is such a nice moisturizer. I have really loved this. I've actually repurchased it a couple of times. And initially I wasn't crazy about the idea of using Versed because I thought it was like an overhyped line of products that were really marketed towards younger people on TikTok. And a lot of times I explain to my daughters that just because a product goes viral doesn't mean it's actually good. It just means that influencers were sent the product for free to talk about, and then it just goes viral. So I was reluctant to try it, but I have really loved everything I've used by Verse, and this skin soak is no exception. It is just a really nice, rich moisturizer, not overly heavy that somebody with oily skin wouldn't like it. A little bit goes a long way, but it's just a really good moisturizer. One of my favorite heavier creams by Avene is Zera Calm. This is great for a nighttime cream, a daytime cream if you have dry skin. If you're oily, this may be too heavy for you, but I love Avene products. They are so well researched and developed. And the only thing I don't like about them is that they're drugstore products and they are a little bit up on the higher end of price point, but I'm just never disappointed with Avene products. I use this a lot when my skin is irritated, when I have a flare-up of eczema, or if I've done a treatment and I need something like daytime, I might use this if I've done a treatment on my skin. I also talk a lot about the Avene Cyclophate, which you can see I use this all the time. And I always have these on hand. I never let myself run out of them. They are fantastic for post-treatment, for a night cream. After you've done your whole night routine, you put this on. It is heavy like diaper cream, but it's wonderful if you want to lock the moisture into your skin at night before bed, or if you've done a treatment like microneedling or mesotherapy or a chemical peel. This is an incredible restorative cream. So the combo of this and this is really heavy and thick, great night cream, great restorative cream after treatments. This is not quite as thick, but really nourishing, and I love them both. All right. Moving on, the Alpha Body Lotion. This one also has 12% glycolic acid, great on the body for helping with hyperpigmentation and just getting the skin on the body to turn over and be a little fresher, which is great. That is a really affordable product. If you have normal to oily skin, the CeraVe SA lotion for rough and bumpy skin will give you a little hydration, but also a little bit of exfoliation. So this is great for your normal to oily prone skin. I can use this once in a while, but I can't use it all the time because I'm a little on the dry side. So this is one I'll bring into my routine if I feel like my skin's a little rough and I'm not sensitive or super, super dry. So if you're sensitive and your skin is really dry, this may cause a little burning or irritation, so you have to be mindful of that with anything that has salicylic acid. Okay, one of the products that really surprised me is La Roche-Posay. This is the Lipicar Triple Repairing Moisturizing Cream. I picked this up when I was desperate with eczema that was itching so bad on my hands and arms. I picked up a couple things actually. I picked up the Cetaphil, eczema, Restoraderm Flare Up Relief, and I like this a lot. I've actually had a couple of these now, and I purchased this and I actually love this. This feels so good, not just if you have an eczema flare up, but just in general, face, arms, hands, like I just love it. This is a lot like the Avene in that it's a little higher price point. So that's disappointing about it. You know, both Avene, La Roche-Posay, and some of the like L'Oreal and Neutrogena retinol products can get a little more expensive for drugstore products, but to me, this one is worth it. I definitely am glad that I have that one. And for a cheap lotion that's not super heavy, Vana cream. You guys, this is a great just all over the body lotion. I use it on my face too when I want something a little bit lighter. Dermatologists recommend this all the time. It's fragrance free, free of dyes, just a really good lotion to have on hand, and it is so affordable. Now this one my daughter uses, and I've used it too, but this is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF. If you want a simplified routine, you've got your lotion, your moisturizing step, and your protect step all in one. So it is 30% or 30 SPF. The thing I would be nervous about this is that would you get enough on to get the appropriate sun protection? I may still follow it up, like I usually would follow it up with extra SPF. And I'll show you the ones that I use from the drugstore. But this one Abby swears by. She uses it all the time. And I think for someone that has to like do their skincare in a hurry and you want to simplify the steps, these combo products that have more than one thing in them are really great option. All right, another La Roche-Posay product that I love and have bought more than once. This is the Tolerian, I don't know how to pronounce that very well, Double Repair Face Moisturizer. This also has niacinamide. So if you like niacinamide, not everybody does. Niacinamide has a really nice effect on the pores. It also helps with facial redness. So I personally really love niacinamide in my skincare routine, but I know some people aren't crazy about it. But this one is a nice lotion. It's not super heavy, so you can use it. Any skin type could really use this as long as you are okay with niacinamide. All right, we're getting toward the end, you guys. So oils. Oils would fall into the skincare routine after lotion. I know a lot of people do it the other way around, but really your lotion should go on, or your cream. Let that absorb, and then top it off with an oil. And it's not a necessary step. I do it if I feel like I need it, and sometimes I don't. I like the Timeless Squalene oil, really cost effective, really pure, great for after treatments, and just great as a last step in a skincare routine, especially at night. This Shea Moisture 100%, this was coconut oil, daily hydration overnight face oil. This one is really nice. It's a little heavier than squalene oil, but if your skin needs if your skin is particularly parched and you really need that extra hydration, and oil is so great to lock everything in. I really like this one. I was surprised. I looked at it actually at Walmart a number of times and just wasn't pulling the trigger on getting it. I don't know why. I always use the squalene oil, but when I finally did, I was like, this is a really nice oil. So again, a little heavier than the Timeless Squalene oil, but really good. And coconut oil has so many incredible benefits for the skin. So moving on to sunscreens. You guys, I know I've showed you a lot of products and I did list them in the description. And this isn't meant to say that you should buy all of these by any means. It's just to show you options that I've actually purchased myself, not sent to me, and that I would actually repurchase again. I have a lot more drugstore products in this upstairs. My husband built me this shelf in our bathroom to put all the stuff that I've tried and used and that maybe I won't use again. So I have kind of like my products that I'll never use again shelf. And these are all ones that I have used, loved, and would definitely purchase again. So for protecting your skin, these are the two that I like the best from the drugstore. The CeraVe Mineral Sunscreen, I often will get this in the tinted version as well. The tinted version of this, you guys, actually gives your skin this beautiful light coverage and a little bit of hydration and glow. Those who are maybe oily skin might find this too hydrating. For me, for a dry skin person, this is beautiful on the skin. I love it. I love the tinted version. And then the Versed Guards Up Daily Mineral Sunscreen. This is wonderful. You guys, I like all the Versed products, and I'm really surprised by that because I do think they were marketed more for a younger crowd, but they have beautiful products. So if you ever get a chance to try the Guards Up sunscreen or the Versed Cleansing Balm, that Cleansing Balm by Versed, I believe it's a purple package. Like I said, my daughter Bella took it with her to college. If you get a chance to try that Cleansing Balm, it reminds me a lot of like an $85 balm. I have it upstairs. What is it called? I'll think of it here. I can't remember the name right now, but when I used it, I was like, this balm is like around $15, and it literally reminds me so much of like an $85 cleansing balm. When I think of the name of that expensive one, I'll put it in the comments because this happens to me all the time where I forget what the name of things. Okay, you guys, I think I got through all my favorite drugstore products. And I'm sure in the next year, things will come out and I'll have others. So maybe I'll do this type of video annually. And you guys, if you have some products that you've tried and loved, please share. I love hearing from you about what you're loving because, you know, I literally can't use every single product. I sure do try, but these are the ones that are tried, true, cost effective, have great ingredients, and perform well on the skin. Don't forget that good skincare comes down to 4 basic steps: cleanse, treat, moisturize, and protect. Don't skip the protect. Daily sunscreen every single day is important. And if you can put 2 layers of sunscreen on, that's even better. As far as treatment, retinols are scientifically proven to turn back the clock in terms of cellular turnover. You guys, I cannot talk. Cellular turnover. And also just keeping the skin, the texture nice and smooth. the skin vibrant and bright, and just sloughing off that old skin. It helps with wrinkles, and it's been proven that it works. So using a retinol is so important, and even better, prescription grade tretinoin. And somewhere a step up from your basic retinol is your retinaldehyde. So somewhere in there is an option that works well for everybody. And if you're just starting with retinols, starting with a basic over-the-counter retinol like the CeraVe retinol is going to be a great place to start. And then moving up to a retinaldehyde, and then from there going to a tretinoin, because tretinoin can be very difficult to acclimate to. There are some tips and tricks to make it work so that you don't have that irritation, but it is a process, and with consistency, it gives incredible benefits. And then, of course, moisturizing, finding the right moisturizer for you, but this is an important step of skincare routine, even if you have oily skin. So something lighter, like the Vana cream. Where did I put it? But the Vana cream lotion isn't quite as heavy. And then something heavier like the Avene Cyclophyte for a night cream that really locks everything in and keeps your skin supple and coated and kind of locks in that moisturizer through the night, or the moisture in your skin through the night. So many options here. You guys can mull them over, look at the reviews, and figure out what you need. Where are the gaps in your skincare routine where you can improve? And if you haven't tried a face oil, definitely give the Timeless Squalene oil a try. It's something I've repurchased dozens of times and always have that on hand. It's a really nice oil that absorbs pretty well into the skin. You don't need to use a lot of it. Great at night, great when the skin feels particularly dry. If you've been out in the sun all day and your skin is dry, moisturize first, let the moisturizer absorb, and then put some squalene oil on. It's fantastic. So I'm going to jump over to the comments. I see Sarah's here. Thank you for these videos are gold, Stacy. Thank you for your hard work keeping us informed. It's really my pleasure. And she says La Roche, I don't know how to pronounce that. La Roche-Posay triple cream is great after a TCA peeling. I agree. I love that stuff. And Malin's here. Hi, Malin. Good morning. It's not morning by you though. You're in another part of the world where it's probably evening where you're at. You look adorable today, Stacy. You're so sweet. You guys are so kind to me. I appreciate that. And Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining in. Thank you for sharing. Really appreciate what you do. You guys, I hope it's helpful to you, and I so appreciate you being here. I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff and helping you guys find affordable options that are going to work for your skin. It's really true that you're not getting a much better or any better of a product by buying a super expensive product. When it comes down to it, many of these products really have similar or the same types of ingredients, maybe in slightly different ratios, but when you're buying a medical grade product, you're really paying for the doctor's name, you're paying for the advertising, the packaging, and the research or testing that goes in so that they can say 90% of people who use this found these results. So you're paying for a lot of fluff. When it comes right down to it, you can get the same ingredients in much less expensive products. So, and that's definitely not to disparage. I've had really good success using medical grade skincare. But like I said, after I quit for years paying all that money for like Zeo Medical and Obagi, I went right to Timeless, actually this brand. And they have some incredible products. The vitamin C has been a long time staple for me. I always have that. And I've tried other vitamin C's. They never compare to the Timeless vitamin C, which is this one in the airtight pack. And when I switched, I expected to see some decline or some big change. Like I was using this very expensive skincare and then I went over to Timeless. And honestly, I saw no change. I mean, I loved the products. They felt great. My skin was looking great. And I kind of kicked myself, like for probably a good 4 or 5 years, I'd been spending all this money on skincare, believing that I was getting a better product. And I think when I started really just looking at the ingredients and realizing and testing that I didn't need to spend all that money, I could put that money into treatments, microneedling, mesotherapy, and those other skin boosters to really amp up my skincare. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you watch after the fact and you have any questions or want to share any products that you've been using and loving, please do so in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love and appreciate you all.